the early morning hours of October 9th, 2025, Officer Stephanie Jimenez of the Lakeland Police Department was dispatched to a residential street in Lakeland, Florida, in reference to a 911 call regarding a vehicle that had been parked on the side of the road. Inside the vehicle, Seth and Andrea Lake, a married couple, were asleep along with their cat. The interaction that followed was captured on officer body camera.
.236 is occupied by 2.
Hello?
Put down the window? All the way down?
Actually, I don't have to. You're being kind of disrespectful knocking on my door that way. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sorry. Well, it's not that I'm being disrespectful.
Man, this is a public road. I see people here
yes,
parked
but
all
we
the
got
time.
a call about your car being parked here.
Okay. Is it illegal?
Even though it's a public road. Can I have your ID? Both of your IDs?
Can you please articulate the crime that's committed?
It is a crime because we got a call about suspicious vehicle. So I'm asking you to identify yourself.
Is your badge cam on?
Yes, it is, actually.
Okay, what's your name?
Officer Jimenez.
Okay, so...
Do you have anything that could hurt me, poke me, prick me here?
I'm just sleeping with my wife.
And I understand that, and that's why I'm making contact with you. Hi.
What we're doing is not illegal.
I understand it's not
listen,
illegal.
No, let me finish. I'm being respectful, okay?
Okay.
We've committed no crime.
Okay.
Okay? No crime. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay? So, in order to trespass us or anything like that...
We're not talking about trespass. I'm asking you to identify yourself.
We don't have to.
Yes, you do, because we got called here regarding your car being parked.
I know the Constitution. It's called 901.151. That's the penal code. I don't need the ID. I'm sitting on a public road right now that my taxpayers pay for. Like you said, I'm not breaking a law, so nobody needs to ID. If you would like me to move, I would.
No. I need you to identify yourself. I'm not going to ask you again.
All right, we'll get your supervisor. You're being silly.
Okay. 236. Can my 1099 step it up?
And the way you came up to my door was very disrespectful.
However, they're refusing to identify themselves and getting 1099.
I'm a human being.
Okay.
Maybe you should treat people that way.
I need you to identify yourself.
No,
listen, you can do this all day. I know I just told you 901.151.
Your registration.
Do it.
Look this up. 901.151.
Yeah,
you know the law.
That's the penal code.
This has happened multiple times to us. We do not have to give you our ID.
I'm just gonna scoot my seat up.
Call your supervisor.
No, leave it just like that. Thank you.
Call your supervisor.
Okay, I did.
Are they on the way?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
And the only reason I was telling you that is so you don't shoot me.
Okay.
Because legally you can.
Like, what are you even thinking?
I don't need your permission to scoot my seat up.
We got a call about your car being suspicious.
I don't care. That's hearsay. Ask us to leave and we'll leave. Ask us for our ID and I'm going to say what law have we broke.
You don't need to talk to her anymore, okay?
We do not have to ID ourselves.
I need your ID.
What law did we break?
Andrea.
I need your ID.
What law did we break?
Andrea.
I need your ID.
Tell me which law we broke.
You're not listening to me, Andrea. Just stop. You're getting a supervisor, right?
They're refusing to identify themselves.
We don't have to.
And they're asking for my supervisor.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Hey, alien.
Hi.
Thanks for shining the light in here like an alien.
Yeah. What are you doing?
We're sleeping.
Okay.
Clearly.
We're
y'all
just sleeping.
This lady just came up to my door banging on the window. So disrespectful. That's how I woke up. So I'm a little irritated.
Okay.
We don't
She
have
knocked
to.
on it because we got called.
Just let me deal with this, okay?
Yeah,
Please?
calm
Thank
down.
you.
So we got a call out here.
I understand that.
So she probably was knocking because she was trying to figure out who y'all were and what was going on, right?
That's fine.
She knows what was going on, ma'am. She saw us sleeping.
Okay, well, I'm just not getting... Oh, that's a cute kid.
Are you the supervisor?
No.
No.
So I'm trying to explain the totality of circumstances of things,
And I
right?
told her
that's fine.
901.151.
We know the law.
She said no crime was committed, but she got a call, so she needs the ID. Look, I know the rules.
To.
Well, listen,
I
y'all
said
on the roadway.
901.151, and she said...
So I don't need you to tell me the state statute, what you think is right or wrong. I need your ID.
We know.
And if not, you're going to have to step out the car. Final time, I'm gonna ask you. Let me have your ID.
Listen,
Give me
man.
the supervisor.
If you can articulate the crime that I have
We
committed,
got a call about
care
your
about
car
a
being
call.
suspicious,
That's hearsay.
and you sleeping in your car, and you're on the roadway.
You're gonna wake everybody up.
Yes, give me your ID.
Okay. Can you articulate the crime that I've committed?
Which crime have we committed? And I'll give you our ID.
Which crime have y'all have
Yes,
committed?
which crime have we committed? And I will give you our
What
ID.
violation?
So I can do a traffic violation, but as far as the call, we got to call up a suspicious vehicle.
Okay, so what violation did I
So
commit?
which law is that broken?
So the
So
way
you
you're
talk to
halfway, on the roadway, and halfway, that's impeding the roadway.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not. That's what these are for. These are for parking. Why would they build these into
These
the
are not.
road?
These are not for
Can you
parking.
get a supervisor, please, and thank you?
These are not for parking.
All right, give me your supervisor.
All right, you want to get out of the car? All right, get out of the car, or we gonna get y'all out of the car.
For what?
Which crime have we
You're
committed?
refusing to
I just told y'all to.
Okay, I'll get out. That's fine.
Get out.
Don't touch my door.
Get
I'll
out the car.
Can I say something? If you're violating my rights right now, ma'am, that's fine. I'm getting out. Can I
Get
put
out.
my cat down?
No, get out.
Okay.
Get out the car.
I'm getting out.
Get out the car.
I am.
Get out the car. I told you to identify yourself, and you don't want to.
I didn't do anything, dude. I'm being so cordial with you. I hope you're the supervisor. Andrea, put the cat down and shut the door. Please don't let my cat escape, guys. Please don't let my cat escape. Ma'am, you're gonna lose your qualified immunity because I told you 901.151. I clearly stated the penal code for you.
I gave you plenty of time
But I didn't
to
break the
identify
law.
yourself.
I didn't break the law.
Officer Patterson arrives on the scene as backup, and after the Lakes refuse to identify themselves, the officers order them out of the vehicle. When Mr. Lake does not immediately exit, Officer Jimenez opens the driver's door, removes him from the vehicle, handcuffs him, and places him in the back seat of her cruiser. In the 1977 case of Pennsylvania v. Mims, the U.S. Supreme Court held that an officer may order an individual out of a vehicle as a matter of course during a lawful traffic stop. However, in the 1993 case of Popple v. State, the Supreme Court of Florida determined that an officer's order for an individual to exit a parked vehicle constituted an investigatory stop that required reasonable suspicion to be lawful. In reaching this conclusion, the court rejected the state's reliance on the Mims case, explaining that the authority to order a driver out of a vehicle applies only where the driver has already been lawfully detained, and noting that the Mims decision specifically stated that the holding did not mean that whenever an officer has an occasion to speak with the driver of a vehicle, they may also order the driver out of the car. Accordingly, a court would likely find that Officer Jimenez did not have the authority to order Mr. Lake out of his vehicle unless she had reasonable suspicion of a crime.
Don't touch my door.
Get out the car.
Can I say something? If you're violating my rights right now, ma'am, that's fine. I'm getting out.
Get out.
Cat down.
No, get out.
Okay.
Get out the car. What the? Get out the car. I told
okay?
you to
Please don't
identify
touch me.
yourself, and
All right.
you don't want to.
Do not touch
Put your
me.
hands behind your back.
Do not
Put your
touch
cat.
me.
Put your cat down.
What crime have we committed?
Put your cat down.
What crime have we
All right.
committed?
Andrea, put the cat down and shut the door.
She's gonna escape.
Please don't let
Put the cat down.
guys. Please don't let my cat
Please
We're
don't
not gonna let
her-
your cat escape.
Please don't let her escape.
I'm an animal lover.
My windows are wide.
All right, come here. Get your cat, because your cat do might escape. All right, thought about it. All right. So what was the
have
big?
not committed a crime.
Listen, but what was the big
You
deal about?
guys use your power, your authority to people's lives over.
If that's how you feel,
We're sleeping.
but you can't.
All we
sleep.
were doing was sleeping.
You can't
We
sleep. right
committed no crime
Mhm.
at all.
Okay.
If you would have asked us to leave, we would have happily
They're
left.
requesting a supervisor.
And then you want to yank
This
us
is
out
the
of our
thing.
car when
You-
we're trying to
This is the
talk and
thing.
be
You still,
cordial?
if she asks you to identify yourself, your guy still has to identify yourself.
No, we do not.
Okay.
We
That's
broke
how you
no law.
Okay.
901.151. Is your
Are
badge
you
cam
going
on?
to identify yourself?
Right
No.
there.
Is your badge cam on?
You see that big red light?
Do you know 901.151?
Do you know that you need to identify yourself
Do
when
you
the
know
police
the
ask you
penal
to?
code?
Do you know
Do
that?
you know the
Do
Constitution?
you know that?
That
you know that?
support.
Do you know that?
You swore
Do you
oath
know
to
that?
the Constitution.
Do you know that?
You should know the law.
Do you know that?
How do I know the law?
Okay, I asked you 12 times. Clearly you don't.
Are you going to identify
She's fine. She a passenger.
Ms. Lake argues that she and Mr. Lake are not required to identify themselves, and Officer Patterson insists that they are because the officers received a call. Section 901.151 of the Florida statutes, known as the Florida Stop and Frisk Law, permits an officer to temporarily detain an individual for the purpose of ascertaining their identity only when the circumstances reasonably indicate that the individual has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime. This tracks the so-called reasonable articulable suspicion standard established by the Supreme Court in the landmark 1968 decision of Terry v. Ohio. In this instance, a court would likely find that the officers did not have reasonable suspicion to detain and identify the Lakes based on the 911 call and the officers' subsequent observations after arriving on the scene.
There is a vehicle parked across the street that has been parking there for the last couple weeks, and I believe they are sleeping in the vehicle.
Okay.
Is there any way you could send an officer out here and do a welfare check or something?
What kind of vehicle is it?
It is a white, four-door, I believe a Hyundai Accent.
So has it only been parking there at nighttime?
Yeah, they usually show up around midnight or so, and then they leave by 8 or 9 in the morning, and I have observed somebody sleeping in this vehicle. At least do a welfare check. I mean, like I said.
All right. We'll have an officer come out there and check on it.
Okay.
The caller reported that a vehicle had been parked across the street and that he believed that its occupants were sleeping inside, specifically requesting a welfare check. Now, while officers are permitted to rely on information provided by third parties when developing reasonable suspicion, the information relied upon must actually indicate criminal activity. Here, the caller provided no information that suggested potential crime or even suspicious activity, and instead requested a welfare check, which is a limited police action taken solely for safety reasons and totally divorced from the detection or investigation of crime. In the 2008 case of Grader v. State, the 2nd District Court of Appeal of Florida held that once an officer conducting a welfare check confirmed that the occupant of a legally parked vehicle was okay and observed no indication of criminal activity, the officer lacked the authority to order the occupant to lower his window, rendering the resulting seizure unlawful. Now here, both Mr. Lake and Ms. Lake promptly awoke, responded to the officers, and communicated with them at length. So any legitimate concern for their welfare was resolved almost immediately, and a court would likely find that the officers had no authority to compel identification or prolong the encounter once that purpose was satisfied and no reasonable suspicion of criminal activity developed.
Are you going to identify yourself?
Are you going to arrest me?
Do you want to get arrested?
Do I have to ID under threat of arrest? Are you going to
So
arrest me?
listen to me. We got a call here.
Under threat of arrest, I will ID.
Shut up. We got a call about your car being suspicious, you guys sleeping in it. All I ask is, give me your ID so I can identify you, and you could have gone your merry way.
We broke no crime. I don't have to give you my ID.
Yes, you are. You're impeding the street right now.
We're not. People park their cars here.
Let me have your registration.
People park their cars right here all the time.
I don't care. Let me have your registration.
And are they suspicious?
I don't care. Let me have your registration.
Do you knock on their window?
Okay, either you're going to give me your registration or I'm going to tow this car.
That's fine. I will give you my registration.
Okay.
Am I allowed to reach in here and grab
Yes,
it?
go ahead. That's why I've been asking. And your ID. I'm not trying to.
I am not giving you my ID unless if you threaten to arrest me. Tell me which law I broke. Tell me which law I broke. Which law did I break? Are you the supervisor?
No, I'm not.
Is the supervisor on his way?
Failing to identify yourself is
what?
resisting.
Resisting?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? That's a physical act. How do I know the law better than you guys?
How do we expect to know who you are?
Why do you have to know who I am? Which law did I break?
We had a call and we're investigating that call.
What does the call mean for me? That's hearsay.
A suspicious vehicle.
I don't give a shit. That's hearsay.
That's hearsay?
Yes. Which law did I break? You can't tell me.
A suspicious vehicle.
That's not a broken law.
We're investigating it, and now you're failing to identify yourself. That's a law.
How do I know the law better than you? Are you the supervisor?
No.
Where is the supervisor?
He'll be here shortly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Let me turn on my
for a couple sleeping, trying to get rest. 6 of officers.
Well, we don't know if you need assistance neither.
Do I look like I need assistance? I was sleeping.
Well, you shouldn't be sleeping in the side of the
Oh,
road.
the language.
Then let me leave. I'm just trying to sleep.
can if you identify yourself.
Under threat of arrest, I will absolutely identify myself.
You know that's an arrestable offense, right?
No, it's not. I know the law. 901.151. Look up that penal code.
We don't have penal codes in the state of Florida.
Is your body cam on this guy?
Yes.
That's stupid.
Listen, hear me out.
You guys stick up for this guy.
Yes.
Hey,
I stick up for him.
hey,
Shut up. The officer, the supervisor will be here shortly.
He's going to tell you the exact same thing.
hey, look at me. Penal code. This is what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? Two ways. Either be nice, so it's gonna happen two ways: the nice way or the bad way. So it's very simple. Stop thinking that you know the law because you see YouTube videos and TikTok and everything. Okay? It does not work like that.
All right. So
Okay?
the law's
So
not the law.
hear me
You
out.
guys are
Hear
above
me-
the law.
hear
Okay.
me out,
I
okay?
got you.
Hear me out.
I got you. The law means nothing to
Hear
you.
me out.
That's
okay?
fine. Okay.
So we went through training the law. Okay? You didn't. TikTok does not mean that. It's
I don't
a
have
fucking
TikTok.
training.
I've never had
Okay,
TikTok.
so
I
shut
just
up.
know the law because
Listen.
I deal with cops like
Listen,
you.
he tells you to provide ID. As simple as that. You provide your ID and that's it.
You want me to lick your boots too?
No,
Okay.
that's disgusting. I don't want my shoes to
That's
be dirty.
good. I'm not a boot licker. That's good. I'm not a
Good,
boot
because
licker.
I don't want my shoes to be dirty. So shut up
Fantastic.
and provide ID. Simple as
Okay.
that. Or you go to jail.
Or I
Either
go to
or.
jail. Okay.
Okay, wonderful. You're gonna
So
have a
you're
good time
threatening
over
to
there.
arrest me?
So I'm
that
gonna
correct?
ask you one more time.
You're threatening to arrest me. Is that correct?
Yes. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
I
Give
will
me
pro-
your ID.
I will provide it.
Okay.
Since you're going to arrest me,
Okay.
I will give you my ID.
Get me your ID.
Fantastic. You guys are gang members. You're the biggest gang I've ever met.
You
Okay.
don't like it? Go to California. That's why they take people like you.
What? You're stupid. None of you know the law.
Okay, go to California. They know the law better than
Don't
I.
worry.
Ms. Lake eventually agrees to provide her ID under threat of arrest. As the Supreme Court explained in the 2004 case of Heibel v. 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada, a police officer has the authority to ask an individual for identification without implicating the Fourth Amendment, meaning that no suspicion of any kind is required for an officer to simply request that an individual provide identification consensually. A demand for identification backed by a threat of arrest, on the other hand, is fundamentally different. In the 1979 case of Brown v. Texas, the Supreme Court held that it violated the Fourth Amendment for officers to detain a citizen and require him to identify himself absent reasonable suspicion to believe that he was engaged in criminal activity. Now here, because the officers possessed no reasonable suspicion that the Lakes were involved in a crime, a court would likely find that requiring Ms. Lake to produce her identification under threat of arrest, that constituted a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
I rebuke your unclean spirit. I rebuke your unclean spirit.
Keep it down.
I
There's people
especially
sleeping.
rebuke your unclean spirit. In the holy name of Jesus, I rebuke you.
Okay, stop yelling and have a normal conversation. Did you want to talk to
I
me?
tried. Yes, sir. I would love to speak with you.
Okay.
Away from all of these other gang members. Please.
Gang members?
Yes.
Okay.
They're winking at me like, don't worry, I'll tow your car. I have this all, it's all on footage. Okay?
What footage?
Everybody has their body cam. Is your body cam on?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's on, yes? Okay, I would love to speak with you. Away from all of these.
That's not going to happen. You're not dictating this. So what do you want to talk to me
Okay.
about?
Me and my husband, we're asleep.
Where's he at?
I have no idea.
Okay.
For all I know, they arrested him. I don't know. Nobody's telling me
You're
anything.
asleep, man.
Yes, I'm asleep. We get a knock on our window. She's like, I don't even know the lady's name, wherever she went.
Okay.
She
From an
says-
officer, right? An
Yes.
officer. Okay.
She says she's demanding our ID. She didn't ask us to leave, which we would have gladly left. We were just sleeping.
Okay.
Okay? And people park here all the time. All on the side right here. On this public. We were just asleep, literally doing nothing.
On this public what?
On this little public easement right here. On this public road.
Okay, they park on the road?
On the side of this public road.
Okay.
Right here. And if you go down further, there's more spots. And if you go down further, there's more spots.
Okay.
People park here all the time.
How do you know that? Do you live here?
I live in Lakeland. Yes. People
What's your
park here
address?
all the time. It's on my ID. I gave you guys my ID. You can
I
look
know,
at
but
it.
why aren't you guys sleeping at your address then?
Because I am not sleeping at my parents' house. I don't want to.
Okay, so change your address.
To what? I'm sleeping in my car.
Okay.
I'm not breaking any law. I'm sleeping in my car.
Why don't you find a public parking spot that'll let you guys sleep there?
Okay,
Like
this
Walmart.
is a public road. So
It is a road,
I
correct.
assume this is also public, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because these guys, they don't own this. This is public.
Okay.
Okay, so she demands our ID. I tell her, what crime have we committed? Okay, because I know the penal statute, 901.151, you don't have to provide your ID unless you have been committed a crime or suspicion of committed a crime.
Okay. So you know a lot about the law.
So,
okay.
Yes, what crime have I asked her, perfect, what crime have I committed?
Okay.
And I'll give you my ID. Happily. Tell me
Okay.
what crime I committed. Because we would have just left. That's easy.
Okay.
It's no problem. She's like, you're breaking the law. I need your ID. Okay, tell me which law I broke. I'll give you my ID. That's fine. I would love to. But tell me which law I broke. Okay, she can't. She starts ripping us out of the car. All these other cops come. They're talking about how they're going to tow my car. And I give them my ID under threat of arrest. They threaten to arrest me if I did not provide my ID, which I'm a passenger. I've committed broken no law, committed no crime. I know I don't have to give my ID, but under threat of arrest, I provided. That's fine. That's easy.
Okay.
Okay, so now here we are. Still, we were just asleep, not committing any crime at all. We would have gladly left.
Okay.
And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 10 cops here impeding the roadway.
Oh,
and
now
that's
we're
what they told us
we're concerned with the roadway?
No, that's
It's
what
public.
they told us. They told us that we were impeding the roadway, and that's why we were breaking the law, and we
Okay.
needed to provide our ID. Which
you
we're
think-
not impeding the roadway. Cars can get through.
All right.
They've been doing that all night.
Mhm.
You guys are impeding the roadway, actually.
Okay. We'd rather not be.
I would love if you didn't. I would love that.
All right.
I would also love if you didn't tow my car, because I've committed no crime, and I have a little kitten.
Okay. Can I talk now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think all of this might have had something to do with the way you guys woke up and maybe some of the attitude
Yes,
that was
because
presented?
the way that she woke us up was like,
Well, how
and
else,
like startled us, and like
how
was
else do you
shining
wake
light. We were
somebody up?
just asleep.
Hold on, I'm asking you. How else do you wake somebody up? That didn't work.
Oh, you haven't on, but she already told you she knocked a couple times and we didn't wake
Yeah,
up?
she told me she'd try to get your attention. Yeah. I mean, you're sleeping.
Alright, I'll have to get that body cam footage. I don't really think that's true.
That's
so
fine.
That's just hearsay. But
No, it's not hearsay.
we
It's
woke up
she said.
and she gave us the just craziest amount of attitude,
Okay.
threatening to arrest us.
So
when,
let me
when
ask
all we
you
were
this.
doing, we're sleeping.
Let me ask you this. What would you like for me to do? Because you said you just want to leave.
Yeah, we just want to leave so we can go back to bed.
Okay. Do you
I
have
mean,
somewhere?
we'll go to Walmart. I don't care. We'll
Listen
go park
to me.
at Walmart.
Listen to me.
I don't
Do
care.
you have somewhere else to go where you're not parked on a public roadway?
Yes.
Okay. You do?
You
I'm
just
asking.
said Walmart is public. We could go park there and sleep. That's fine.
Well, you'll want to check with them. I'm sure every one of them is different, but mostly they allow people to park over there and use their parking lot.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know a lot of campers do.
I know several places in Lakeland where you can park and it's fine.
Okay.
I know several.
All right.
I guess I shouldn't have assumed that this was one. Because, I mean, look what's happened.
Well,
I shouldn't
yeah,
have assumed that.
There's usually homeowners
I won't be
that
doing
call.
that again.
Hold on, I'm trying to explain to you. There's usually homeowners that call when they notice a vehicle parked outside their home that they're not aware of who's in it or what's going on.
I understand.
That's why we're here.
That's fine. I assumed we were on a public roadway and public easement right here.
Okay.
So, maybe I assumed wrong, but is that correct? Is that an accurate statement?
You know, you can't be parked here.
So this isn't public?
No, it's public.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like a
So I
park.
paid
You
for
just-
it with my taxes? Or?
Did you? Where do you work at? Are you employed currently?
Yes.
Where at?
I'm my own boss.
Okay, self-employed?
Yeah.
So how do you pay yourself?
With people that pay me.
Okay, give me a moment. Where's Jimenez? Yeah, I'll be with you in a moment. You want to say 10-12?
Yeah, already, ma'am. So next time an officer asks you to ID yourself, you have to ID yourself.
Okay.
Because we're here for a reason. I could have broke your car and I could have taken your bill. Do you understand that?
I absolutely
Besides
understand
of all
that.
the cop shows you've seen, this is not a cop show. So when a cop asks you to ID yourself, you ID yourself.
Oh, I will next time.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Okay, you're free
Take
to
care.
leave.
going to jail. For what? For resisting.
Supervisor Sergeant Jungle arrives on scene and speaks with Ms. Lake. He then confers with Officer Jimenez, who then approaches Ms. Lake and tells her that Mr. Lake is going to jail for quote-unquote resisting. In some circumstances, Florida courts have found the refusal to comply with a law enforcement order to violate Section 843.02 of the Florida statutes, which prohibits resisting, obstructing, or opposing an officer in the lawful execution of a legal duty without offering or doing violence to their person. However, both the statute and the relevant case law require that the individual oppose an officer engaged in the lawful execution of a legal duty. As the 4th District Court of Appeal of Florida explained in the 2013 case of AR v. State, this means that in resisting cases involving an investigatory detention, the state must prove that the officer had at least reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Without reasonable suspicion or probable cause, the court noted that the individual has a right to ignore the police and go about their business. As we discussed earlier in this episode, it is improbable that the officers had the reasonable suspicion necessary to detain the Lakes, require them to identify themselves, or order them out of the vehicle. Accordingly, a court would likely conclude that neither Mr. Lake's refusal to identify himself nor his refusal to exit the vehicle constituted resisting without violence under these circumstances.
What side is he on? Driver?
Man, I told
What's your
her,
name, sir?
Seth, I told her.
Seth?
Listen.
I'm Sergeant Zongo.
Okay, I appreciate you talking to me too.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, man, I told her when she pulled up, she said there was no crime. I just got a call. You're being suspicious. I said that's not a reason to ID somebody. She could have ran my plate the whole entire time, and I clearly stated multiple times 901.151. I wanted her to look it up, all this stuff. Okay. So she knows what rights she's violating of mine right now, and she admitted she knows the rights that she's violating, and since she admitted it, I'm going to get her qualified immunity now, since I've been legally detained. So what you're doing right now is causing this city and the taxpayers a lot of money, because there's going to be a lawsuit, dude.
Okay.
Seriously. I got treated like an animal.
Did you want to talk to me or just tell me all of this?
I would like to talk to you because I don't know why I'm still sitting in handcuffs here. If you're the supervisor, you should be de-escalating this. I'm
talking very calmly to you. Was that your wife or girlfriend or friend or...
My wife.
Your wife? I talked to her very calmly. You didn't hear me yelling.
Dude,
I'm very calm.
Could you see why I'd be a little upset right now? I'm being treated like an animal in the back of a car with handcuffs on. I've never been in handcuffs in my life, dude.
Okay.
All I was doing was sleeping with my wife. She knew exactly what was going on. There's no drugs in the car. We're not doing anything illegal, bro.
Okay.
That's it. I'm not even homeless, dude.
Well, she told me that she does not want to stay with her parents, but where do you guys stay at then?
In our car. We work at a lot of people's farms all around Florida, and we camp.
Okay. I told her one of the places, and I told her just to be sure to check with the staff there, is one of the places that allows campers to use their lot 24/7 is Walmart. I'm sure you guys will be aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said that's a much better option.
And dude,
hang on, let me tell you.
Yes,
it's much better lit. Okay, and when we park like this...
Sorry, I got hair in my mouth.
It's all right. When we park like this, partially on the side of a public roadway in the residential area, people call us. And that's why the officer came out to make contact with you.
I said, if you would... I haven't broken a law, but if you would like me to leave, I will. And I even said that to her at the beginning.
I know, but see, she had the conversation just gone.
Bro, her ego got hurt. Because I know how it works. You guys, ID. You're trained that way.
Listen, when we have... Okay, I'll just listen to you. Go ahead and talk.
You guys are trained that way, and I understand it. It's like crack to you or something. But dude, I didn't break a law. I did not have to ID. I told her, this isn't Nazi Germany. Like, she couldn't clearly articulate a crime, and why would I ID? I'm being American. It's my Fourth Amendment right, the right to privacy. And I'm still sitting in the back of a cop car with handcuffs. For what? I didn't break any law. I really didn't. Did I? You're not saying anything. Did I break a law?
I tried to talk a couple of times, but you clearly want to get some stuff off your chest, so I'm just listening to you.
Because like I said, you could see how I'd be a little irritated, right? I'm sitting in the back of a cop car with handcuffs on, and I've never been in trouble.
Can I talk?
Yes, sir.
Maybe irritation was the issue tonight. Okay, so...
Ego.
If an officer or deputy or trooper comes to me while I'm sleeping in my car, makes contact with me. Now, granted, nobody likes being woken up abruptly. It can be scary. I'll give you that. Well, she has to get your attention. If that happens, what do you think a reasonable reaction is?
From the
For
officer,
me as a
for
driver. For me as a driver of my car.
Well, the badge cam shows it all. I was fast asleep, scared a little bit, woke up, rolled down my window. She said, roll it down all the way. And then she started asking for ID.
Okay. What is reasonable to do in that moment?
Say, hey, I got a call. The people around here don't want you here. You should leave.
Okay.
That's it.
So does she have a lawful reason to get out with you, or if somebody called her specifically about your vehicle?
She has a lawful reason to talk to me, yes.
Okay.
But it's a cordial conversation. If I don't want to talk to her...
Yeah, and that's the key word.
I
You
don't-
said it yourself. Cordial. Let's keep it cordial. That's what I try to keep it with your wife.
Listen,
I try to
man,
keep it
I
very
am
cordial.
cordial, bro, but when I get disrespect my way, I'm the type of guy, don't tread on me. I'm going to throw it back 10 times harder. That's really the way I am. And I wasn't even out of line tonight. I really wasn't, bro.
Okay.
I told her from the very beginning.
But why was your wife then
901.151?
very loud and yelling when I pulled up?
She's not the best at handling this, and her husband just got ripped out of a car, slapped handcuffs on and thrown in the back of a car. She's terrified.
Okay. But again, I de-escalated, as you put it, and I spoke with her calmly, and I got her to understand maybe there's some alternative, better places to park.
And I can agree with
it's
that.
better
If
lit.
people
It's
don't
actually
want me
even
here-
safer for you guys.
Yeah, if people don't want me here, man, I'll move. We've parked here multiple times and nobody said anything.
Right.
And I wish they would have just came up to me and knocked on the window and not wasted all the taxpayers' dollars.
I agree with you. We would rather be somewhere else. Having said that, if this happens in the future, okay, just the way you're talking to me, right, the way you and I are having a conversation, that's how it should go, okay? So you may feel like you're wrong, but you know what? If they ask for my ID, a reasonable person says, here you go. Here you go.
And I understand that, but I'm a little different because I know the law, so I want to exercise my rights as an American. As an American, you should be proud of me for upholding the Constitution. You swore an oath, sir, to protect the Constitution.
I did.
So you guys should be proud when somebody's being an American, and this is me exercising my Fourth Amendment right of privacy, okay? 901.151 is the violation that you guys broke, and that's all there is to it.
Okay.
Seriously, you see where I'm coming from, right?
Okay.
Really, do you love the Constitution? I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so thankful for it. I wish more people knew more about it.
Yeah. As far as and it may be a personal choice for you guys staying out of the car, but
I'm saving my money right now. Yes, sir. I'm trying to get my own land.
Well, that's good.
I'm a farmer.
Do you have any family local in Lakeland? You do?
Yes.
And they're not
both of
not
our,
somebody you want to stay with, or
no.
No.
I'm saying I have no issue staying with my family at all.
Mm-hmm.
This is me. I'm 25 years old. I shouldn't be at my family. This is just my way of thinking. We have 2 nice places to stay, sir.
I understand.
We're
What I'm
just
trying to get at
adults.
is it, again, that's okay. I give you that. I love the fact that y'all want to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just understand there's
understand.
there's better places to park for the night than where you won't get calls. People
Yes, sir.
won't call because they're concerned for either your safety or theirs or their property or anything like that.
And I could understand how some people were programmed to think this looks bad, but you know what? At the end of the day, man, we didn't do anything wrong. I'm just a human being, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a little rough right
but
now
that's
for
what
me.
I'm saying. So like, where this would have gone completely different is
If I would have just
have the same
licked her boots
conversation.
and gave her my ID,
No.
and it would have went fine.
No, because I'm saying I'm putting myself in your shoes.
Well, I'm just telling you, her ego got hurt, man. And,
Okay.
and she ripped me out of a car, bro. She ripped me out of the car. If I would have resisted,
All
dude.
right. Well, obviously, vehicle comes back clear, the tag. Your wife's got a good DL. She's free to go. Okay. Were you told what you were placed under arrest for tonight?
No.
You were not?
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Jimenez,
Yes, sir.
is it resisting without?
Yes.
Okay, resisting without violence. So that's
Did
when
you
you
just hear what I
impede.
said, bro?
I'm trying to explain
So
to you.
why would you let her do this?
Okay. That's when you impede an officer's
You're gonna
lawful
ruin my
investigation.
perfect record, bro.
I-
You guys are
hold
gonna
on.
book me.
I did not make
Take
any
me-
life choices tonight. I'm just talking calmly to you and your wife. That's all.
Bro.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's fine because, like I said, I'm going to get a bag for this because she violated my rights.
Okay, I understand.
But, dude, you could stop this right now because you know what she did is not right. What am I resisting? Seriously, you're the supervisor. Please articulate this in your head. Do your investigation, officer. Please, because if I go to jail, this is a very, very bad thing.
Okay,
it really
I
is.
understand. Is there anything else that you want to know of me tonight? Because
Yes, sir.
we've kind of gone full circle.
Can you
now.
articulate how I was resisting?
That's going to be her job. She's
Dude,
going to do
she's
that.
Her
Okay.
ego's hurt.
All right.
She's bro.
Watch your head.
Mr. Lake was arrested and charged with resisting an officer without violence. Mr. Lake retained counsel, and on April 3rd, 2026, his attorney filed a motion to suppress all evidence obtained as a result of the detention, arguing that the officers exceeded the lawful scope of a welfare check. The motion was set for a hearing on July 17th, 2026, but when the hearing date arrived, the state's witness failed to appear, and the prosecutor entered a nolle prosequi, formally dismissing the charge. Mr. Lake and Ms. Lake have indicated that they intend to pursue civil accountability for the encounter, and they've started a GoFundMe to cover their legal expenses, which I have linked in the description below. Overall, the officers of the Lakeland Police Department get an F for converting a routine welfare check into an unlawful detention and arrest without reasonable suspicion of any crime, repeatedly misstating the law by treating the mere receipt of a call as authority to compel identification, and maintaining a mocking, antagonistic, and unprofessional demeanor throughout the encounter. The entire purpose of the officer's presence was to confirm the well-being of two individuals sleeping in a parked vehicle, and that purpose was fulfilled within moments of Officer Jimenez knocking on the window, when both occupants awoke and began communicating with her. Under the principles governing welfare checks, the officer's caretaking authority ended at that point, and any further compulsion required reasonable suspicion of an actual crime, which the officers never possessed. Instead, the officers repeatedly insisted that the call itself obligated the Lakes to identify themselves. A report of a suspicious vehicle is not an allegation of criminal conduct, and the assertion that receiving a call confers the authority to demand identification inverts the governing standard, which requires facts indicating crime before a demand can be made. That misunderstanding culminated in Officer Jimenez opening the door of a parked vehicle, physically removing Mr. Lake, and arresting him for resisting, a charge that depends entirely on the existence of a lawful command. The officer's demeanor was also troubling, as they told Ms. Lake to shut up, addressed her with condescending nicknames, taunted her about her living situation, told her to move to California, and mocked the couple's understanding of the law, even as the couple cited the controlling standard more accurately than the officers did. Officers are expected to remain professional in the face of criticism and to ground their commands in legal authority rather than personal irritation, and the officers here did neither. This interaction highlights that a dispatch call does not necessarily confer the power to detain, order, and identify, and that lawful police authority flows from articulable facts indicating criminal activity, rather than from the fact that somebody just happened to pick up the phone. Now, Mr. Lake and Ms. Lake, they get an A- for correctly identifying the specific legal standard governing identification demands in real time, firmly asserting their rights without any physical resistance or threats, and remaining largely composed while being detained, mocked, and threatened with arrest. Both Lakes cited the precise Florida statute governing investigative detentions repeatedly throughout the encounter, and consistently pressed the officers to articulate a crime rather than unfounded quote-unquote suspicion. That being said, several of their legal assertions warrant clarification. The Lakes argued that they were not required to identify themselves because they had committed no crime. However, the governing standard here is reasonable suspicion, not actual guilt, meaning that an officer who possesses specific and articulable facts suggesting criminal activity may lawfully demand identification, even from an individual who ultimately committed no crime at all. The correct question was never whether the Lakes were innocent, but whether the officers could point to facts reasonably indicating that there may be crime afoot, and here they could not. Similarly, Ms. Lake dismissed the 911 call as so-called hearsay, when hearsay is a rule of evidence that limits testimony in court proceedings, not a restriction on the information that officers may consider in the field. While police may rely on the statements of third parties to develop reasonable suspicion, the defect in this encounter was not that the officers relied on a call, but that the call and the officers' subsequent observations on the scene provided no basis whatsoever whatsoever to suspect criminal conduct. Now, although both Mr. Lake and Ms. Lake made argumentative and at times insulting remarks towards the officers, criticism of the police, even when harsh, profane, or offensive, is protected by the First Amendment and entirely legal. I commend Mr. Lake and Ms. Lake for recognizing the limits of police authority in real time, for holding their position without physical confrontation, and for pursuing accountability through the legal process rather than on the side of the road. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out Audit the Court if you're interested in exploring the legal nuance beyond the body cam.